They said the hospital was abandoned in 2008 after a power failure. That was the official story. But no power outage leaves scratch marks on operating room walls. At exactly 11:47 p.m., Mark Holloway parked his car outside St. Mercy General Hospital. The building stood like a rotting corpse under the moonlight, windows dark, doors chained, yet somehow breathing. The air felt wrong. Too cold for August. Too silent for a city that never truly slept. Mark was a freelance journalist. He chased stories others were afraid to touch. And this hospital, this place had been calling him. 3 security guards had vanished here in 2008. No bodies. No records. Just erased. As Mark stepped inside, his flashlight flickered. The smell hit first, antiseptic mixed with decay. The hallway stretched endlessly, lights dead, floor tiles cracked like broken teeth. Then he heard it. A heartbeat. Slow. Heavy. Echoing through the walls. "Hello," Mark called out, his voice shaking despite himself. The heartbeat stopped. Silence swallowed the corridor. That's when the door behind him slammed shut. Mark spun around, heart racing. The entrance he came through was gone. Not locked, not blocked, gone. Replaced by a wall smeared with handprints. Bloody. Fresh. He backed away, breathing fast. "This isn't real," he whispered. A hospital bed rolled past the hallway intersection ahead of him. By itself. Mark followed it, every instinct screaming not to. The bed stopped outside room 312. The door creaked open. Inside, the lights flickered on. The room was frozen in time, IV bags still dripping, monitors still on. A patient lay under the sheet, completely still. Mark stepped closer. The sheet rose. Breathing. He reached out and pulled it back. The patient's face was sewn shut. Eyes open. Screaming without sound. Mark stumbled back as the monitors flatlined, alarms blaring through the empty hospital. Doors slammed all around him. The heartbeat returned, faster now. He ran. Hallways twisted. Rooms changed. Exit signs pointed nowhere. Nurses appeared at the end of the corridor, faces pale, eyes hollow, mouths stitched like the patient's. They didn't walk. They glided. "Visiting hours are over," one of them whispered, voice layered with dozens of others. Mark burst into the operating wing. Blood covered the floor. Surgical tools floated in the air, rotating slowly like they were being examined by something unseen. A shadow loomed behind the operating table. Tall. Wrong. Breathing. "You weren't supposed to remember us," it said. Images slammed into Mark's mind. Doctors performing experiments, patients screaming, souls trapped in bodies that wouldn't die. The hospital wasn't abandoned. It was sealed. The power failure in 2008 had trapped everything inside: staff, patients, and something far worse. Mark screamed as invisible hands grabbed him, dragging him toward the table. Suddenly, emergency lights flared. The entity shrieked. The hospital shook. Mark broke free and ran toward a stairwell. As he reached the exit, he looked back. The nurses were watching him. Smiling. He escaped into the night, collapsing onto the pavement. The hospital behind him was dark again. Silent. Normal. Authorities dismissed his story. No evidence. No records. But weeks later, Mark noticed something. His reflection sometimes lagged behind him. And at exactly 11:47 p.m. every night, he hears a heartbeat coming from inside his walls.